2023 continues to march along. March is typically a loaded month, featuring historic titles like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in 2017 and Super Smash Bros. Brawl in 2008. But now, we look to the future and what March 2023 has in store for us. My name is Anthony Shelton, editor for Gaming Trend, and here are the top 10 games releasing in March. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. From the developers of Neo comes a new dark fantasy Three Kingdoms action RPG. It's 184 AD in the later Han Dynasty of China. The land has been overcome by chaos and destruction with enemy soldiers, demons, and other deadly creatures around every corner. You play as a nameless malicious soldier fighting for survival using swordplay based on Chinese martial arts to take down enemies and overcome the odds by awakening the true power from within. You'll have plenty of variety of weapons to choose from quick striking dual swords to heavy hitting glaives. On top of that, you can learn and equip wizardry spells that add an elemental flair to your attacks and more. The game features the same kind of unforgiving difficulty found in Neo, so it's very important to know when to attack and when to hunker down. However, if you're struggling, you can invite a friend to help you. Wolong Fallen Dynasty looks like it's going to be incredible. You'll have to check it out for yourself right now. It's available on Xbox and PlayStation and PC via Steam on March 3rd. Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is a remake, but it's also the first time this game has been available outside of Japan. It's a survival horror game about three girls on a mission to discover the truth about what happened to them 10 years ago. They disappeared while attending a festival, and when they escaped, they lost their memories. Now, years later, two of the girls have been found dead, and it's up to the remaining three to discover the secrets and also the horrors of Rogetsu Isle. This remake comes loaded with a ton of new features like new costumes and a photo mode. The in-game movies, shadows, beams of light, and character models have also been improved to make the story, the surroundings, and the characters more appealing. There's also a new tool called the Spirit Torch that can be used in place of the camera obscura. It's a machine that uses moonlight stored in a spirit stone to subdue spirits. Find out what lies beyond your lost memories when Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse releases on all platforms on March 9th. Monster Energy Supercross 6. The 2023 Supercross season is well underway. For Supercross fans who want to be more into the action, look no further than Monster Energy Supercross 6. Race against iconic riders from the 2022 championship like Tomac, Anderson, and Stewart. Climb the ladder to be crowned champion. Personalize your experience by adjusting steering, brakes, throttle, and more, and calibrate your rider's abilities with the skill tree. Some new features coming to Supercross 6 include the Rhythm Attack mode, where you can engage in 1v1 shootout races. There's also the Supercross Park, where you can test your skills and work on challenges to fine-tune your racing style. Also new to Supercross 6 is the Supercross Academy, hosted by the King, Jeremy McGrath. The Academy will also provide you with new tools, challenges, and riding aids that will help you on your path to glory, no matter what your skill level. These games haven't always been inviting to newer players, so it's nice to see steps being made to make the game more welcoming. You can check out all that this new entry has to offer because there is so much more when Monster Energy Supercross 6 releases on March 9th on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. This RPG comes before the events of Trails from Zero. The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure continues the story of Lloyd Bannings, an aspiring hero and member of the Special Support Section of the Crossbell Police Force. Peace has settled over Crossbell, and the Special Support Section has found fame and status thanks to their heroic acts. However, the peace is temporary as multiple organizations begin to rise up. Crossbell is caught in the middle of the growing tensions between the Erebonian Empire and the Republic of the Calvard, and will soon become the stage for a conflict that will determine its future. Trails to Azure will introduce new combat features to the Trails games, including burst, back attack, and even your own customizable car. Your Trails to Azure experience can also be spiced up by importing your save data from Trails from Zero, giving you additional event scenes and also some entirely new scenes. Many familiar faces will be returning, including meeting some from the Tales of Cold Steel series, but we won't spoil who they are. You'll just have to find out for yourself when The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure releases on March 14th on PC, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. The Dark Pictures Switchback VR. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've said, yes, I'd love to go on this roller coaster ride of death and gore, but that hasn't stopped Supermassive from wanting to take us there anyway. It all started with Until Dawn, Rush of Blood in 2016, and now the horror returns in the Dark Pictures Switchback VR. Set inside the horrifying and sinister world of the Dark Pictures franchise, every move you make or don't make could mean the difference between life and death. Coming exclusively to the PlayStation VR 2, you'll be fully immersed in its world with adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, and an HD rumble in both your controller and your headset. Don't blink too much, as more and more enemies descend upon you as your pupils are being detected as well. You'll come face to face with the most terrifying antagonists from the first season of the Dark Pictures anthologies. Survive the ghost ship, confront hideous demonic incarnations, and fight for your life against otherworldly creatures, each more horrific than the next. This is truly nightmare fuel. Your senses will be assaulted in the ride for your life. The Dark Pictures Switchback VR comes out on March 16th for the PSVR 2. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Before she was the gun-shoe-slinging Umbra Witch, Bayonetta was known by a different name. Long before she was a trainee of the dark arts, she was Cereza, a young witch on a search through a treacherous forest for the power to save her mother. Accompanied by Cheshire, a demon that possesses her stuffed toy, Cereza journeys into the forbidden Avalon Forest where she'll encounter fiends, fairies, and other foes. This beautifully painted new adventure will give you a whole new perspective on an iconic character. Cereza and Cheshire will both lend their strengths to solve puzzles and to fight off danger along the way. You'll be able to play as both characters simultaneously, with Cereza using her magical might to transform the environment around her and to dispel devious illusions, while Cheshire uses his sharp claws to cut through the dense undergrowth to create pathways. In combat, Cereza can bind enemies with her magic and even use Umbran arts. Cheshire can take on many forms and will slash and chomp foes. Explore and discover the secrets of a fantastical world full of hidden treasures. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon will be coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch on March 17th. Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key. The final entry in Ryza's story, Atelier Ryza 3, picks up a year after the events of Atelier Ryza 2. A mysterious group of islands have popped up in nearby waters and they threaten Ryza's hometown. Ryza and friends go to investigate, but Ryza starts to hear strange voice echoes in her head as they approach a huge gate in the ruins. The echoes tell of a code of the universe, whatever that means. It's up to Ryza and her friends to discover what lies beyond the gate and to find a way to save their home. In Atelier Ryza 3, you'll explore a vast open world where multiple maps are connected seamlessly, giving players a greater degree of freedom without the hassle of loading screens. Throughout your journey, you'll find various keys with different effects for use in combat, exploration, and synthesis. You'll reunite with characters from previous games while also meeting new characters, resulting in one of the largest character rosters in the series. Embark on Ryza's final adventure when Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key releases for PlayStation and Nintendo Switch on March 23rd. EA Sports PGA Tour. The road to the Masters returns. It's been 8 years since EA's last PGA game featuring Rory McIlroy, but it's time to head back out onto the green. EA is pulling out all the stops with a new gameplay experience system called Pure Strike, which incorporates fluid swing mechanics, innovative ball behavior, and lifelike course dynamics to give the player the most realistic outcomes on every shot. There are 20 different shot types to give you more control over every swing of the club, affecting ball speeds, spin rates, shot dispersion, and launch angles. This is a new layer of depth and strategy, giving you one step closer to the pre-shot process of a professional golfer. 30 courses will be available at launch, each coming with a variety of gameplay and visual features. State-of-the-art mapping technology has been used to map out some of the most iconic courses like Augusta National, the home of the Masters. Photogrammetry scanning, drone technology, and survey-grade GPS are a few of the tools used to achieve nearly pinpoint accuracy for many of the courses, capturing not only the greens, but a map of the terrain, including clubhouses, bridges, rock formations, water, and more. Each course is sure to be a stunner. You can take your golf career to the next level when EA Sports PGA Tour tees off on March 24th for Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PlayStation 5. Crime boss Rockay City. Rockay City is a thriving metropolis that buzzes with excitement from the sandy beaches to the towering skyscrapers. However, a fierce turf war rages between the surface after the passing of the previous crime boss. Now, you're in a fight to be crowned as the new king of Rockay City. Crime boss Rockay City is a new first-person shooter organized crime game from 505 Games where you'll take on the role of Travis Baker, a man with his sights set on the throne. With a healthy dose of cunning and strategy, as well as a banger crew, you have to build up your empire, stealing everything from cash and drugs to priceless artifacts. While this is an all-new game, expect to see a number of familiar faces like Vanilla Ice, Danny Trejo, and even Chuck Norris. Your team of planners and handlers is also backed by some big names, and each character has been fleshed out with their own backstory and mission to get to know them a little better. But your companions won't always be AI, as you'll be able to jump into co-op up to 4 players. If you fail, you'll leave empty-handed. Succeed, and you'll be filthy rich. Crime Boss Rockay City is releasing on March 28th on the Epic Games Store, and hopefully not too long after that for Xbox and PlayStation. MLB The Show 23. PGA Tour isn't the only sports game this month. MLB The Show 23 will get you even closer to living your baseball dreams than ever before. Updates are being made to the MLB draft experience to add more depth and strategy in how you manage your organization. There's also expanded commentary and in-game presentation updates for realism and broadcast, 3D environments, and detailed uniforms and equipment. Stadium Creator also makes a return on newer systems so you can create your own field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. Develop your squad in Diamond Dynasty with over 25 new MLB legends and over 180 total players, and go head-to-head with your friends on different platforms with cross-platform play support. This game will also support cross-progression between different console platforms, so you can continue where you left off no matter the system. MLB The Show 23 will be released on all consoles on March 28th. With so many great games, we hope you're able to find the time to play them all. We'll have some hitting our backlogs as well. You can look forward to our reviews, news, and more as we start to march our way through each one. Until next time, my name is Anthony Shelton from Gaming Trend. Stay safe and play on.